Um. Alrighty. So, kicking things off, we were at the top of initiative last when we had stopped things. I do believe. You guys waiting around for the large giant creature. It's now time for some shit to happen. As you guys are on this bridge in the Shadowfell, the sort of huge sort of seas of mist that surrounds both sides and the vast, vast chasm below. Um, Wait, where's Junga? Oh, I couldn't see your token. I didn't question it. Junga, would you want to move one to the left?
Like right here?
Left.
That's the right.
That's the other left. Your other left.
I think I'll go right here.
Okay, well that still didn't solve the initial problem that I was having.
He's a large creature. He's fucking in this
huge creature.
square. Yeah, that's
Okay.
what I mean. Fucking.
Then I'm gonna be here then.
That's perfect. Hey, good idea. I like that spot.
I don't like you said I'm moving here now.
Oh my god, whatever. Can we just fucking.
This is too meta. You gotta punish us when we make our choices.
No, because you guys know where you banished him
Just
at.
play the
However, I'm
fucking
giving you the
game.
benefit of the doubt because it's been 2 fucking months.
Yeah.
Oh my god, fuck me.
Kindness is your weakness.
You caught me.
I'll drop concentration at the top of the round, just before Kalis goes.
Alright.
So all of our held actions will go off, and then most of us will get a turn before his goes.
Alright. And as you say the words, it happens. The banishment is dropped, and you watch as in this sort of bath of ethereal light, this sort of see this form take place of this massive creature who accidentally took off initiative. I remember what his was.
Between Dragonins and Tova.
Yeah. It's a
16.
massive giant of stone, metal, and probably not so much joy appears in front of you all. As I said, we'll start with the prepared actions from the top. Kalis, feel free to take yours.
He has.
Oh, you already did?
I'm gonna just roll again to see if reckless. No, okay. I took reckless. Does 21 hit?
21 will hit.
Okay, so it's reckless. Great weapon master. It rolled for 30 damage, bludgeoning. Blah blah blah. Sid rolled a 23 and 8 damage. That's me done.
Alrighty. So immediately as the assault begins, you and Sid both hacking at the legs of this thing as you see it seemingly was not unprepared to come out into a fight. But still you're able to get a drop on it enough to watch its right leg buckle. And with that, we move over to the next prepared action. That would be Sparks, Firebolt, 26, 27. Yeah, that'll hit. 13 points of fire damage. Let's go streaking into the back of its head. Little dum. Juggun, your skeletons. I have to Google the same thing I always do.
Yeah, I figured I'll add it to the chat. They have a +5 for magic weapons.
Yeah, so they would need. They have a +5, and they would. Oh my god! They made a new table for the mob rules in the DMG 2024, and it's really not much easier to read actually. In fact, it's actually harder.
Love that.
Now that I've actually looked at this,
Is it different than the one that I pinged out, or is it new? Same one.
no, wait, what are you talking about?
I pinged out the handling of mob rolls. Do you have another one for mob rolls?
Oh yeah, no, I was just looking on. I just typed on 5e tools. The first thing I saw. Don't worry, I have it easily. Okay, no, never mind. This actually is a little bit easier to read. So, half of them would hit.
6 D6 plus 12. 29.
Respectable 29 points of damage. Alright. With that, we move over to Zentova.
I wasn't expecting that option upon this
Oh.
spell. What?
I apologize. It's a plus 3 because magic weapons. So it would be additional 6.
Okay, thank you.
So 20.
It's interesting.
You said you were casting Innervation, right?
Yeah, innervation. I guess it's that. Did I have a concentration up already? I didn't think I did.
No.
No, I didn't think so. Okay. Okay. DC
Alright.
18 dexterity, please.
Dexterity saving. Okay.
Yes, please. Thank you very much.
Well, it's the most dexterous. 12, that is a failure. Go ahead and roll me a
All
2d8.
right. Yeah.
Or 48, I'm
it's-
sorry.
That's 48, yes. So, it is 4d8. Okay. Interesting.
Oh, so this spell's like Wishbolt with more hatred.
Okay, so it's giving me these options to roll, but I don't...
You might just have to manually roll 48 if it's being weird.
Yeah, it's giving me, like, all the options.
Oh yeah, we'll roll them all at
anyway.
once. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
You can just roll it. We'll be able to decipher it. It don't
It
matter.
is... Remind, is it R slash or slash R?
/R space 4d8.
4d8. I always forget which it goes on. So 4d8, 19, and then
19 points of necrotic damage.
and I
On each of your turns,
Get
you can
it.
do more. Yeah. You regain hit points
Whatever-
equal to half, so you regain 9 points.
9 points. Yeah. Plus 9 is 120. Cool. Yes. Okay. That is my prepared spell.
Alrighty. And with all that, then we start initiative in full with Kalis, as you take your turn after laying this flurry of blows upon everyone begins assailing this creature.
Yeah. Just a note. Whenever he takes his turn, he has disadvantage on attacks other than Sid.
Yeah.
On attacks against creatures other than Sid.
It sits within 5 feet.
Yes. So he's probably too big to get flanked, isn't he? I'll just do the same thing. I'll make some more reckless attacks.
Alright, 24 will hit. That'll do it as well.
That?
That's a critical hit.
So 25 and 65 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yep, I did have to check. We did in fix correct the brutal critical. Okay. Because I remember we were talking about that. But yep, so that is 90 points of damage.
Yeah. Yes.
And
Yeah.
it already looks bad. As you bring Okanoth into this massive swing, you hit it in like the back of its knee, and you watch as it tumbles towards the ground. The earth sort of shakes below your feet.
I do
It's
something
one
really
leg-
mean. I hit like his knee laterally. I hit the side of his kneecap, just like out to the side a little bit. It really hurts this
No,
poor big man.
the sound audibly echoes throughout the area, and as it's sort of brought down onto its knee and sort of you're in prime position in front of it, as it's not quite kneeled down in front of you, but certainly more vulnerable. There's just this metallic clang and crunch as Kalis just slams the heavy end of Orkanoth right into the face of this thing for 65 points of fucking damage. Okay. Yeah, it's looking bad. It's looking really bad.
We'll just make one more attack. That doesn't hit.
No.
And then Sid will make his attack on his turn. 16 probably misses. And then we're done.
16 will just hit, actually.
Okay, shit. 12 points of damage.
Minus 12. Okay. Alright. Who is up next? It is... Oh my god, stop it. Sparks. Wait, what the fuck? Why was my order canceled? Hello?
You guys gotta bring me my water. Good, hydrate. It's a good healthy step.
Yeah.
It keeps the cats in check.
No, it doesn't. No. Their coats are so thick they don't even feel when we like squirt them with water. It's stupid.
Alright, well, there goes my dinner plans. Sorry.
Uh-oh.
Fuck.
Food.
It's fine, I'll figure something out in a minute. Alrighty. Yeah, Sparks, it's your turn. I was thinking about calling Sharp Eyes to fuck with you, by the way. I didn't, but I will at some point.
I was just, my food came, so I don't know if I was late.
Oh, that's cool. Glad it happened for somebody here. Man, that's crazy.
Oh, no.
Why
Your
is
food got me
yours,
routed across the ocean.
That's kind of fucked up.
Is yours fucked?
I literally, like, less than a minute ago, I just said, what the fuck? My delivery got canceled.
If it makes you feel any better, my dog ate my lemon cake.
Does 22 hit?
22 hits, and I will say, by the time you get to him, he's looking really fucking rough. Alright.
How rough?
How much damage did you do?
20. I'll bonus action, quick cast, do it again.
It's not how that works.
Oh!
You know how it works.
Nah. What?
If you're doing a bonus action, if you're quick casting, it has to be a leveled spell. You can't do cantrip, or spell.
No, it's not.
It's always been that way, man. We've been having this conversation for 5 years.
No.
quicken
It's
spell?
the specific rules for doing bonus action things is you can't do 2 leveled spells in a turn. You can do 2 bonus actions, 2 cantrips. That's how the game works. I'm sorry you don't know the rules.
Sure.
Because I've been doing this for... It's a 14, it misses anyway, so...
Yeah.
Fucking le shrug. But them's the rules. I use 2 sorcery points and do not get the spell. I'm done.
Alright. The thing's still standing by... It doesn't even have any skin in its teeth. I'm gonna be real. Sparks, you left it with 3 hit points.
I know. I tried.
Oh.
And it will die to the barrage.
Yeah, I forgot. I should make him roll every fucking one. Ethan, it's your turn. Juggin.
Perfect. I'm actually gonna cast Toll at first. Can you roll me a wisdom save thing third, please?
Sure. What? You have a +9, bro. It's dead. If you roll the minimum on all of your damage die, it will die.
Okay.
You can roll it still if you like, but I'm letting you. It's in the grander scheme of things.
Roll.
Yeah, that's 4 times the hit points that it had.
Close to the minimum, though.
Alrighty.
How do you DK jungle beat this guy up?
But with that, you guys are effectively out of combat. As very quickly dismantling this thing before it could even make any real moves against you, you have displayed why I don't like using single boss enemies. But
it wasn't a single boss.
It
enemy.
wasn't a boss at all. But like, you know, single enemies. Ugh. Yikes. Action economy and shit, huh?
He was
But
so big.
you all sort of standing on the bridge for the moment. Sparks at sort of note left with still in hand. And you all have a freeway ahead of you to charge this castle.
As
Onward.
That-
the big guy falls and is dead, before they move on, the first thing that Zentova does is pull a little black book out of one of her pouches and like write in it really quickly and put it away.
Gotcha.
Can I see what she
Do we
writes?
see what she's doing?
I'm
Well,
back
she-
behind you guys. How can you see?
God, you fucks are so nosy.
She really tells us.
Of course.
yes.
Have you met us?
It's not even a secret. We all know.
Yeah.
Before her, it was 10. We're very nosy. We've learned.
Yeah. No, all friends must
Jane.
through what's it called? A background check.
I mean,
Zentova would not pass that. She would not.
it's
pass
our
a
only
background
way
check.
to learn anything about any of Taran's characters because she's always so secretive.
That is not true.
Taran and Zentova.
I would like
Can
to
we,
check.
can we
Aaron,
notice her
please.
writing in the book, though?
Yeah, she's being very obvious about it. She's not trying to hide it. It's a very quick note. Like, it's not like a long like letter or anything. It's just a very quick note.
They say journaling is good for your mental health. At least the folks at the Bronze Flame told us that in the initiation.
The Yukiba journal.
No. No.
Mm.
You know, my handwriting sort of got worse and worse. It just kind of makes me feel bad, ironically, to keep a journal because I look at my handwriting and I'm like, oh god.
Hmm.
So,
maybe
A
Sure.
little bit of a tremor on my left side. It's look, we should probably keep going.
All right.
Alrighty, folks. As you begin making your way up the bridge and towards the gate of this place, the gate of which already sort of opening itself up at your approach, sort of large sounds of loud sounds of clanging metal as it grinds against stone, and you all enter into the keep of Mirasil. And let me click my button to play the cool noises that I like.
Let me in you.
Oh, that's quite loud. There you go.
Dun dun dun.
Oh, I don't have any music. I suppose
Bring it
I should
here.
turn that on.
Alrighty.
woof woof.
And apologies, my maybe bugging a little bit. Apparently I uploaded something and it is not a supported file type, which I don't know how it let me upload it if it's not a supported file type.
So was the keep of Marisol?
Yeah, Maricel's Keep, yeah.
Or Marisol's keep? The keep of Marisol.
Alrighty. as you guys make your way into this place, footstep echoing on these stone floors, seemingly just going on forever. You just hear the reverb that hits. And looking ahead of you, beginning of this space is just this massive hall that has its way downwards. Wide and tall as well. Across, it's maybe about 25 feet, and up it probably goes about 40. Sort of large rectangular shape, the edges of which are curved though, as you continue straight onwards. However, as you guys are looking throughout this place, you notice that the fog itself grows in this place. The same mists that were on the outside concentrate in the chasms below, and it's constricting the vision of that particularly far ahead of you. So visibility range is probably around 100 feet at this point, as this fog is packed into the area. But as you begin to press on, you do eventually find this hallway expanding into a larger room. It's circular in shape. Along the floor, you see this sort of like large, laid out, what seems to be like a rug. You see this various like reds and blues. Looks off though. Like it's a material. It doesn't look to be made of like traditional fabric or something. Just the way the light comes off or the light hits onto it doesn't seem right. And then along with that, on the end of this room, you watch as this massive hall splits along two sides, and those go into two of their own like separate larger hallways. But right in front of you guys, going directly ahead, there is a small, roughly humanoid-sized door made of stone, or not made of stone, made of metal.
Does my true sight pick up anything weird?
You don't see, you're not cutting through anything illusory, anything ethereal, lurking.
Nothing on the carpet then that looks funky just to the eye.
I will say, as you guys get closer, stepping in the room, look at the carpet. It doesn't have any weird magical things out to it.
Mm-hmm.
Does seem to be made of skin though.
Nice. I'm gonna give that one a wide berth. Are there faces in the skin, or is it just
No.
kid? Also, is it human skin or is it like animal skins?
It's not animals. There's no. Well, there is fur, but not animal fur.
Have I seen this before?
Have you seen this rug? No, you haven't seen this specific rug before. But you are probably very familiar with tanning skins of humanoids, maybe. If anyone here is gonna be familiar with it, it would be. I'm not saying you are familiar with it.
All right, I'll throw out a detect magic to see if it pings on anything in the room.
Well, you don't sense any particular spell effects. What you do sense from the rug is that same, almost like disconcerting, arcane, like vibe you had always gotten from Terran.
It's Taryn. The rug.
Guess you get sent over the rest of the campaign. Hello, guys.
That does not look like her skin.
Maybe these are of his other servants. I don't think we'd believe that Marasil would only have one iron in the fire. Could we have seen through the mists as we were encroaching on this keep? Are there any towers above the keep, or is there like a central like keep within the outer walls, or
There is a
do we not see any vertical?
You guys, when you were coming in there, you saw that at the center of this place, it wasn't like a tower, but almost like a plateau. This sort of chunk of land that was above the building structure itself.
Like actually like an earth?
Yes.
Huh. Interesting.
But yeah. Another thing that I did not mention, I apologize because I'm remembering things and reading things from months ago. The leftmost path, the light of it is lit by these sort of like very like darkish, almost like burgundy, like sort of flames along the sides of the walls, and on the right side of you it has more like deep purple to it. Take that with what significance you will.
I, as a human, and also this cat, always like to go left, so that's my view on the subject.
Also,
sorry.
no, I was gonna say I can hear you. My stuff got delivered. I'm walking down real quick. My neighbor's taking it.
Let's go.
So,
Sparks, would you have let us know about Terius, or is that confidential?
I would have. Juggin saw the letter and I spoke out loud to her about what it was. She was the one that told me someone had slipped a thing in my pocket, so I wouldn't have known it was there without her.
Yeah, sorry, I just forgot the sequence of events from there.
I
Were you saying?
don't suppose any of us have locate creature, do we?
I don't think I'm prepared.
Unless he's magical.
Mm-mm.
Actually, I was thinking locate creature, Taryn, but
Oh, you mean cedar? Oh, a locate creature.
No, Taryn.
Okay.
Taryn, you know that one. We're not after Cedar. We don't need to.
Well, I was
we're
thinking
not going into a different.
the person who could cast it is what I was thinking.
Oh yeah,
No.
I cast locate Terran. She's right down. Straight down.
Yeah. I didn't even prepare scry either. God damn.
Yeah, what the fuck,
We
y'all?
forgot.
The spell says she needs moisturizer for some reason. Skin moisturizer.
And perhaps a new skeleton.
Pretty gaunt these days.
I will say, if it
Please.
is of any reassurance, you don't see an immediate skin and go, "Oh, that's Taryn."
I would imagine not.
I would like to use my earring of instant messaging and see if I can contact Taryn.
Oh,
That's
no.
right, we do have those.
It's
No?
just radio static.
Yeah.
If only Terran was here right now to respond. Only we had a Terran at the table.
Unfortunate. How could you do this? I looked at it and I was like, wow, this item that we never use. Maybe it'll be used. Nah, never mind.
We've used it a couple times.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's not
exactly. I would like to go
magical
left. Thank you.
Enough, unfortunately.
Okay.
Anyone else?
Yeah, left
on
sounds
any-
good.
That sounds
Red.
good.
Yeah.
I mean, Sparks, do you have any indication where your contact might be kept here?
Do I have any weird tether pull, like a little bit on the map that, the letter that they sent me that was like turn left or an arrow going left or right or forward? A map of any description?
Not explicitly, but it seemed to be
Left.
It seemed to be in the papers. It's like, we'll find each other.
Well, actually,
yes,
I took a note that says he told us he's in the castle.
Yeah, he did, but
Yeah.
not
Terran.
where. Inside.
Terius, not Terran.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm talking about.
You said
That's
that
what
the
we were
left,
just talking about.
yeah, the left path was kind of glowing purplish.
The
No,
left
right
pass
one.
was the red lights.
Oh, red lights.
Fate
but
has
And then-
decreed that I walk this way. Meow.
And the right path is.
the purple.
Wow, I really wish we had like a familiar or something that we could just send down a corridor and scout. This is not this
Okay.
campaign.
Doesn't. Oh, it's too bad Zelthar isn't here because he would have something to send.
Yeah, before you guys
So-
didn't really have familiars, you just used the bag of tricks.
All right, we still back checks.
Do we
Real
still
quick,
have
I
This-
still have them. I just don't use them.
It's
this
so sad.
rug. Could I speak with the dead with it? Oh, I probably wouldn't now. It's been dead.
No. You can no. What the? How's it gonna talk? Come on.
This is-
Read your
Don't have a
damn
mouth,
Guys.
man.
Let's just take 5 and pour out our bag of kittens on the flesh carpet.
Can I
I
guess
throw a ferret
speak
into
with
the flat
dead on the
front.
human rug? I understand the intent of the question, and I'm not making fun of it. I am.
Let's go and find something with a mouth that you can speak with.
So
it.
you
Let's
all-
go back.
They're not
to,
a
like,
pelt, they're people experiencing flayedness.
the people on the bridge. They probably might know that we.
I
slayed.
don't think they will.
Yeah, when they died, they didn't really leave behind corporeal forms. They just returned to the shadowy or the misty substance that they had beforehand.
They seem
Oh,
to
good
maybe
to know.
just be souls, not bodies. Or
Would you,
shades.
would you all begin heading down the leftmost path, making your way as a sort of red light bathes over you? You notice that as you guys begin walking, the floor does begin sloping just a little bit downwards, sort of signifying that you guys are going lower a bit. And once you guys get about, I'd say about 120 feet or so down the length of this place, sort of on the edge of the fog, you see this large the edge of this mural on the wall coming into vision more and more as you step forward. And pardon me. Yeah, no, I had to get that one out. It was a good one. Yeah, really good one. Oh, I have it swapped around so it shows that Sean's DM. It doesn't matter. But you all look to see the sort of first one that's beginning to appear on the left side of you. And if I could... Man, listen, I'm trying to pull up a lot of shit, which I'm forgetting about. Which I don't have on top of my head anymore.
We're all very good at this, don't worry.
You see, what's it called? The figure of an age really indescript. There's not many details in the image itself, but a figure standing at the top of a hilled area. And looking down upon it, or the character looking down upon the hilltop, you see this massive city on fire. Chunks of rubble, sort of buildings blown apart, but these huge vibrant flames. It almost feels like the picture itself is like moving a little bit. You can definitely also, as far as you'd be able to tell, it's a magical effect on the picture, or on the mural that's creating that. As you see the sort of fire sort of waving back and forth. And as the smoke rises from that image, from the top of where that mural comes up, at the edge of it, almost seems like the mist itself is emanating from where that smoke would trail out of the mural. And it is not the only one, because on the right side of you, in this same hall, you see an image of someone what looks like a child, hanging along a plank across these vast open seas with the remnants of just scores of ships behind him. One of the few you see, the only one you see clinging to anything in that image. And as the sort of storm clouds that swirl above in that image, they also seem to be contributing to the mist that fills this hallway. And as far as you guys continue down this hallway, you're going to see repeat after repeat these images of these either people who have managed to, in some cases, just survive, or purely in them overcome these just horrific events.
So I have a weird question.
Go for it.
The images that we're looking at, do they appear to be like just what's the word? Do they appear to be just like a painting that's had magic applied to it, or do they appear to be like following a specific scene or something similar? Like for example, does it loop? Does it go back to a certain point and loop around, or does it look like it's a live feed? I guess.
It's more like it does. Yeah, it's just like these one continuous, or not one continuous. It's like this one like looping thing. Each one of them seemingly in their own independent things, like a whole bunch of like vignettes of a whole bunch of terrible shit that's happened.
I didn't know if it was like live views of tragedy or from somewhere in the world, or
That'd actually be hilarious if he had like.
But it's just images of things that's happened previously. Cool. That's
It's just a
weird
CNN
curiosity that I
reporter
had.
is in a hurricane. He's like, ah. This is very spooky. And this hall just in one single corridor, it just continues on.
Well,
indefinitely?
it turns slightly. So it's starting to sort of turn, almost like it's making this wide spiral downwards.
But it's just like continues on for like hundreds of feet in that curve.
I'd say you guys probably have been walking down this hall for about 4 minutes or so, and it's been a repeating pattern of this. However, each one of these murals is wholly unique. You don't come across a second one or what. You come across some that are like vaguely similar, but never the same.
Do we see images of Revedia, like images of like the city you mentioned? Does that do the places like that look recognizable in these portraits?
Make me a history check.
Could I also do that?
Yeah, of course.
I also would like to
And
do
we're
that
like-
with my knowledge of whoever, you know.
Could I do it first so I raise the DC for everyone else when I fail?
I'll count yours first.
Wow.
I mean, you
Doesn't
still
even
got the
matter.
highest, so there is the unless Juggen wants to roll a really high one. Huh?
Sure, I'll try.
Did you do guidance?
Yeah, I did on Kalis.
Okay.
Okay, 14. There you go.
Cool.
Yeah,
Bro,
14
you
is the
guys
highest.
suck
Well
at this one.
We don't know shit.
Is it like a city somewhere?
Who is this interior decorator? I like him. What is his address? I want to send him a letter.
So horrible. Oh my god.
Right?
Look
I
at
love
all
that rug.
People suffering.
Want one.
But they move a little bit. It's very nice.
They're in agony.
They're surviving, right?
Only this one's bad. It's just water. The rest of it doesn't seem so bad.
Kalis, as you are pushing down the hallway, you guys come across one, and the resemblance on this one is striking. This seems incredibly familiar. Well, the image that you see upon the wall is very like Majora's Mask-like, where you just see this massive ball of heat flame with this face in the front, very akin to one you all had seen not more than a few weeks' time ago in Revedia, or Revedia. And below it, you see, what's it called? That of a man, sort of, with his, essentially just covering what seems to be his family. But with this sort of faint emanation of magic coming off of him. And you definitely recognize that as being the attack on Revedia. That had taken place from Crimson Keep.
Did you have a term for that massive ball, or was it just the ball of fire?
I did.
Like it was like a meteor?
It was a creature. I have the name of it. It's in my book, right?
It was M something.
Mafadi?
Like I can't remember. I remember there was an M.
Magnifery.
Magnifery, yes.
That's
Magnify,
right.
yeah.
I actually had that in my notes.
But as you guys are coming further and further down this hallway, you see that one, and it's one that's immediately striking, just due to how, just by being out of game time a while ago, how recently that was. And as you're looking at the walls around you, these appear to be starting to correlate with more and more recent events. You see a man about to be beheaded. What's it called? In this sort of open area, and just behind him, you see these sort of massive mountains with red peaks. Along with that, I'm trying to remember all the shit that's happened. But more and more, these seem to be just sort of recent events of the strange things happening in Revedia. You see a group of gnolls sort of gathered around a fire, one reaching its hand out in mourning before you see these sort of crackling appear from within the flames, if it's about to explode. But as...
Sorry, I was just wondering, the guy in Reveed, was his family dead?
No, as in they were about to be crushed by the Majora's Mask face, or not by the Magnifari.
Yep.
Yeah. Cool little stab block. Didn't really use it combat wise, but that's because it's not meant to be a combat creature. But as you guys are coming, you start to see the hall open out in front of you. And this room seems to be just covered, these massive pieces of wall, or not pieces of wall, more massive cases against walls covered in glass. You see armed with dozens of different types of weapons, some of which you've never even seen before. Not even sure if it's a weapon. Some maybe like magical accoutrements of some sort. And they seem to be trophies, the way that they're displayed. And this room is quite a bit smaller than the large one you guys just been in. All in all, it's maybe about like 40 feet in diameter. Yeah, that's the space you guys immediately come out into.
So magical weapons like swords, shields, bows, that kind of thing?
Swords, shields, bows, strange like curved blades with like very like foreign designs on them. You see one is almost like you see the hilt of a sword, but the way it's jagged is almost like a lightning bolt. One which just seems to be like a gourd of some sorts. A vast variety of these many tools. And if I could Jungam, you have the highest passive perception, I assume. That seems right.
Yes, I do.
I sort of scanning around this room. You notice that one of the daggers that's in here it has very much almost the exact same design as the one that Terran had often used.
Is it a similar design or can I touch it?
It's behind glass. You'd have to bust the glass open, but you could.
I know we can't leave Terrence up behind. You'd be upset if he just leaves some person behind. Hey guys. Look, I believe that's Terrence's knife, right?
Is it? I can't say I normally. I can tell the difference between weapons.
Looks like it to me.
Like the dagger of Marisil she was wielding?
Yeah. You'd be able to tell immediately, Kalis. you can definitely tell it. It looks the exact same.
Even if it is, I think we should probably leave it here, considering that it seems to be a weapon made by the guy that we're trying to fuck with.
I don't know this.
Oh.
Only Taryn would know that, right? The stuff that, yeah, she was doing stuff alone with Baron Samir.
And I forgot you had True Sight. Real quick, Sparks.
Yes.
So to let you know, the center of this room, it's about 40 foot in diameter, about 10 foot, so about 20 foot diameter area in the middle of it. That is magically hiding a pathway, and you can tell that
magically hiding a pathway.
It goes down. It's like an elevator.
Okay.
You can see secret doors hidden by magic and things like that.
Yeah. I'm gonna go over to without saying anything to anyone. I'm just gonna walk over to the secret door and open it.
Well, it's not a literal. That's why I'm saying it's like the platform.
I'm gonna walk over. Gonna walk over to the platform in the center and press the magic button, so it starts to move. I presume slowly, so other people can jump on.
Yeah, and
or does it just like I touch the button and fucking?
It's
like,
more so like which when you step into
50
like,
miles an hour.
When you step at like the exact center of this area, that's when you feel like it immediately activates. And there is a sound of stone grinding against stone as this platform slowly begins, like a corkscrew, like spinning and lowering. You guys watch, not super fast, but enough to where like within probably about 10 seconds, so you wouldn't see Sparks' head or see Sparks anymore as this area in the center of the room begins lowering itself into the ground.
I want to go in there too.
So just I guess really quickly, can I cast detect magic in the magical weapon room?
Yeah, of course you
can. Is there any commonality in the magical essences between the weapons that seems like distinct?
They're all identical, which is probably the most distinct part about. Like while looking vastly different in the properties of them, they all feel the eggs. If you had your eyes closed, you couldn't tell which one was which, or like where anything, and you couldn't spot anything particular in this room.
So, what is that identical essence for all of them?
The actual school of magic.
Or just a vibe, whatever you want to give me.
Vibe is probably not great.
Make me, this is just for a little. Don't feel bad about this. It's just for a little extra on top. Go ahead and make me an Arcana check. I know you're careless, but just do it.
I don't feel bad. I feel bad. I feel bad. That's a 0. That is a 0. That's not a positive number.
It's not a negative number
it's
either.
Not a negative number.
It's nothing. It's nothing is what it is. And so am I. Worthless.
As for vibes of magic, you get kind of like the same feel like when Taryn would just like sort of open the ring and the blade would appear in it. So this conjure is very heavily on the conjuration side. I'll say that. That's all.
Okay.
No icing.
Sorcerer squad.
There any great swords?
Oh yeah, there are massive weapons amongst these things. There are swords that aren't meant to be wielded by humanoids.
Hello,
I would like to grab a great sword.
You gonna break the glass open?
Hello, lady.
If you want to bust it open, you can try.
Speaking with
they're all in.
Now.
Yes, they are. This room is. These things are displayed like trophies in cases. And surround this area.
I could play a Kenku.
Yeah. Let's break it open.
Ain't nobody got time for
that. Hear me out. What if not Jungam, Taryn is the dagger?
Make me a strength check.
Can I help?
Or athletics. You can help him if you want.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, just
That would be pretty crazy if she like was just like sucked into the dagger.
26. Yeah, I'll take a dagger. Why not? I'll take the dagger.
26.
The Terran dagger.
You begin hitting the glass itself seems to be incredibly ineffective, even with the massive amount of strength. But going along the bottom and sort of like prying where this is supposed to be, you hear the sort of crunching of wood as you're almost like rolling this thing up as it's being torn off. Starting off with that big ass sword. Okie doke. So, this thing, the blade itself is probably about 15 feet in length. And then the handle on it, or the hilt, probably about another like 6. As I said, absolutely massive, and it's about probably twice as wide as no, it wouldn't be about a 1.5 Kalos is wide. The blade itself is. Now, you're an incredibly strong character. I'm not going to doubt that. You are able to get this thing off its mount. And as you lay your hands against it in order to pick it up, you are suddenly assailed within your mind. You feel the feeling of hot beating flame sort of completely surrounding you. The ground amongst you is blackened, like charred earth, and you are massive. You look down upon what seems to be a town of people, and behind you, you see your kin. About a score, about 25, 30 fire giants, all sort of in ranks behind you all. One of them, the one directly to you, looks and says, Thogmirar, at what point do we have enough? At what point does this become pointless? And even you don't feel yourself with any control over it, but you just feel a movement in your arm as as the massive blade in the hand of this creature drives itself into the chest of the one that had just outed him. There is a silence amongst all the other who follow as the blade is raised in the air and they start advancing. And then all of a sudden, you're still right in front of the blade, but that's the sort of thing that you're immediately assailed with as you grab this.
You grab the dagger or the great sword?
Well, he rolled to build itself and peel the sword off.
Yeah, I grabbed the sword.
You can grab the dagger.
Okay.
Now that it's broken.
What if? Oh, did we break that glass too?
We'll say for the sake of brevity, yeah. You guys have already.
I was just gonna take the big sword and just smash it. Just smash the glass.
So. So on Jagin's side, as you went to grasp Terran's blade, quick question.
Mm-hmm.
Not for you.
No.
How old was Terran when she gave up her sister?
Oh God. How old is she now? That's a good question. Hang on. She's like 20. Probably like 15 or 16, so like 10 or 11 years ago.
Okay, awesome.
I gotta write that down. I'll forget it though.
Oh fuck! Cough! Stop it. And
So like 10 years ago when she was 16-ish?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And her sister would have been like probably 13, 14. If I remember their gap right.
something like that. But Jungin, you find yourself seemingly in some small rundown town. And this is about to be a very strange way that this plays out. Because I'm just gonna ask Taryn, Taryn, you're gonna tell me what's happening here. So we just have, for the first time in your life, you have finally felt freedom. Unburdened by the idea of needing to be a protector, of one needing to be for someone else. But the cost of that was one that you were not prepared for. Where you are, not very far from Revedia, maybe about 60 miles north, there's a lot of small towns around this area. The thing that may have brought you here, though, if I were to assume that they may have some close connection to this, is that the last thing that had been reported in this town that you heard rumors of was this town being one assailed by slavers. An audacious thing so close to the city of Revedia itself, but ones who had particularly been getting away with it nonetheless. And you currently find yourself in a small-ish cabin. The man tied up in front of you is name is Archius, and he was supposed to be the township protector, the local lord of this area, but he's the one who was essentially been running this operation, and you have him virtually at your mercy. At this point, he's gagged, and at no point you can see that he knows he's going to die. There's no dignity involved here. This room smells disgusting. You see that the face and the cloth soaked with vomit from himself, getting sick in tears. What does Taryn do in the situation?
Is he like in a chair? Is he?
You can leave
Is
him
it
on
that
the.
the?
You could put him on the floor. You could put him on a chair, whatever you prefer him as.
It'd probably be in a chair, like just like kind of, I guess, bound, like with his hands like bound through the back of the chair, and I'll take another chair that's in the room and just slowly drag it over across the floor in front of him, like with the back facing to him, to a stop, and sit down in it, my hands over the back. What's his name again?
Archius, like Archie, but with a fancy at the end.
Archius. Okay. Archie. What am I gonna do with you?
And you see him struggling to speak against the gag. No sort of meaningful sounds getting through.
You know that this is all wrong for you to do, right? You have to. What were you even getting out of it? Money? This is a pretty shithole town, right? You know I can't trust you to stop this on your own, because you've had chances before and you haven't. So, you know, the only way to end this, right?
And you see him like trying to like bite down the gag and like trying to move. He's trying so hard to like find his spot to negotiate or get words out, but it just looks so pathetic.
You know, I know all the names of all your little cronies doing this, so I just not really interested in anything that you have to say at this point because it doesn't really matter. I just wanted you to know that I know and that you could have done so much better. You could have done so much better by them. All these people in this town. And she's gonna stand up. And as she's standing up, pull out a dagger and just...
And it's a very familiar one that you see in the hand of Terran, as you watch as it cuts across his throat. A mess of red left behind, and a closed door and a silent wood. And then you find yourself back, sort of reawakened by the loud sound of stone grinding against stone.
As Zentova and Sparks are both on it, going down, just being like, you think they're gonna join us?
I saw Terran, but not our Terran, a different Terran.
And this Terran felt young, a child, essentially.
Hit Terran.
What'd you say?
Oh, I saw Terran, but not like our Terran, like a different one, a Kit Terran.
Yes. Seems this room is a portal into the past. Has Liz
Yes,
Taryn
yes.
always wielded that dagger since we've known her, met her? Did she always wield Marisol's Lament, like a dagger that looked like that?
Yes.
Oh, that's where that came from. I didn't realize that would just always been the.
Sometimes
Where'd she get this artifact from? Oh, it's just she's always
Well, she
carrying that.
doesn't always use it, but like she
Well,
was.
even
gonna
the
have it.
returning daggers, you can just make Marisol's. It's because that's how hexblades work. So
I
essentially, whatever
understand why
magical
she wouldn't
properties
take my gun that I made for her. She was like,
Listen.
nah.
I couldn't make it work. Kept pulling it from my
Used it
face.
We're not-
once and
no
then was
matter.
like, nah.
I would like to hold on to the dagger if possible.
You can, yeah. You can take that upon you.
Sweet. I'll go back to him.
Jogan, could I borrow that for just a moment?
Sure.
I just want to. I'm still holding on to the giant's, because I can still feel the heat in the hilt of the giant's knife. And I borrow Marisol's Lament from Jogan. Does do I guess just from touching these two magical artifacts, do I get a vibe?
Yeah, they feel the exact
Anything?
same. They
Right.
they feel like identical, which you've seen a lot of magical items. Even then, there's not very many that are like. You can have two bags of holding, and but you'll know they're two different bags of holding. These items don't feel like different items.
Are the weapons in this room, are they resonant with each other? Or does that only happen when they're wielded by their warlock?
They don't have any
Oh.
direct interactions with the objects. They feel like touch them against each other or like do anything like that.
Right. Okay, yeah, sorry, I guess I was curious.
But you guys, I'm assuming
I'll give it back to Jogan.
Are you leaving? You taking the dagger with you? So you guys are gonna. You'll hear like the grinding with now Jungum's plate armor coming against the side of the wall, like hands then like dropping on down. I assume Kayla's just walked
Shut
up.
up.
Yeah, I'll do some little skedaddling down.
But as you were all reconvening on this area, you watch as now this place still sort of lit by those same red lights. You see them over on the sides of this place. And this place starts to... the area starts to sort of widen out, slowly sort of rising with you. You guys seem to be coming out in... the center of a room. and it looks to be one just filled with trash. You see rubble, you see garbage, you see these sort of massive things, just things with absolutely zero value, no reason it should be here, all piled up in this one place. And Sparks, you do not see that. You see that this is a study. You see these sort of books, you see all these tables set about these lines of shelves, and then sort of off in an alcove you see in one of these places that would be sort of encompassed in one of the largest parts of the rubble. You see a man at his desk wearing the same robes that are familiar with you or with the people of the Seven Towers.
Is this the same figure that I saw before?
Yes.
I will step off the platform and just walk up behind him and tap him on the shoulder.
So, as you do so, you guys watch as Sparks just walks right through all that shit.
Huh.
And as you do so, as you're sort of coming up behind him, he doesn't seem to be like not surprised or anything. Glad that you actually believed me. Unless you are here to kill me. That'd be inconvenient for both of us.
No, not yet. I mean, I don't have any reason to at the moment. Can the rest of the party see that I'm talking to someone, or do I just appear to be like talking to a wall?
No. So, you guys have the awareness that this is an illusion of some sort. Can you go ahead? But something makes you like it almost feels disconcerting. Can you guys make me what's the word? Investigation. Thank you. For
You're welcome.
the rest of those there.
And a 15 for Kalis? Come on.
Oh,
Yeah!
Wow.
This is stupid. This is just stupid is what this is.
Whatever, man. I don't.
Who'd you guide, Juggin?
So, as you all see the obvious illusory traits and go to walk, into it, following Sparks, you feel like you run into something. It's almost as if it being like your brain is sort of your unconscious brain part is sort of overriding it. Like this is an illusion, even though subconscious. That's my words are all over the place. What just happened all of a sudden? I just had like a weird slight headache, and all of a sudden my fucking had a stroke. Is that aneurysm got my great grandma? Wait, no, she was just like regular grandma, but she was old, so I thought
You
she was
only
great.
need to be worried if you start smelling burnt toast. Otherwise, it'll probably be okay.
Is that the stroke one?
Also, you have to be
Yeah.
worried if you start talking gibberish because we will post the video.
When I was a
As
boy,
newscasters, you
growing
just go
up
like,
in
"Baba,
Massachusetts.
baba, baba, baba."
Alright.
I turn around in the confusion of my party members and turn to him and say, "So, what's happening to them?"
Oh. Well, they know it's an illusion, but they're not sure that it's a trick that I've learned. To fool people a little bit smarter than myself. It's just an advanced
I see.
technique. I keep it down here, that way if anyone does want to think this is all worth this.
So why are you here? Because you're not in chains, like I thought you'd be. Why don't you just leave?
That wasn't part of my deal.
And
At
what
least-
is your deal?
I'm bound to Marisol due to events long past, and I did things I needed or things I wanted in order to get things I cared about. However, the real problem was when I tried to negotiate with him again, I got tricked into something a little bit worse than I thought. So, I've been bound to him ever since, but the contract we signed, we went to an intermediary. Left me enough autonomy for this.
Okay, but, like, could you tell me what that is? Because if you tell me, I'll be able to trust you.
I have incredible magic powers due to the direct influence of myself being granted. Oh, holy shit. I was wondering what's going on there. Give me 1 second. Specific magic illusory capabilities. Don't know how long I've been here. And frankly,
What year do you think it is?
I wasn't keeping track of years when I was alive.
That sounds suspicious as fuck. That sounds like the DM going, ugh.
I will say, as like, as like, you do notice some slight elven features. He's gonna say a number that was probably around maybe 80, 90 years ago.
Oh, it's been almost a century.
Oh well. Nothing I can do about that at this point. But I have been keeping tabs on all his little cronies since then, all his little new pickups. And that's the only reason I was able to recognize you folks as being ones that are potentially capable of being of assistance here. I'm not quite sure what is it you want to know. Do you want to know what spells I can cast? What
I
sheep
just
size
wanted
weigh?
to know what your deal was, in case you've done some terrible things. I'm
have.
okay with terrible things. This one's done terrible things, and I point to Zentova. I say that, like, as if I'm talking to nothing and just point at you.
Looking through.
Okay, so what terrible things you done?
Oh. I created one of the most terrible guilds of killers to exist on the continent.
Interesting.
It should still operate
What were
to
they
this
called?
day. Oh, fuck, I forgot. What was your exact name? You know what?
Oh, is that the one that in?
Yes, it is. I just can't remember
Was
the
it like
name.
the tainted or something like
The
that? It was
Tainted,
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But, like, why?
I was asked to do a favor by, guess what would you know him as? The father of Arcadian Revedia. So that yours said 80, 90, yours was what, maybe 7th? This would be like the 5th, 6th, 8th, I can't keep track of them all. But I was asked, sent under him for study. Worked as one of his court mages for some time. We had plots for and then plots against him, and he had made me a deal where he could offer me protection and incredible power if I was willing to help him with getting rid of some unsavory folks causing instability issues. Things got to my head after a while. I decided that I don't see why a group of some of the most powerful people on the continent should be beholden to a single king. And we started by killing him. It was a time of chaos and strife in the city for, well, I don't know how long I was alive, but eventually our time came to pass, and it's quite some time ago, and I've been lamenting on everything that's happened since. So that's a terrible thing. You'd really like to know.
Oh. That's kind of shitty. Anyway,
Yes.
Hey,
Always so judgy.
hey, I just gotta ask. So, are you able to help us get our friend?
I know the layout of this place well. Along with that, I don't exactly know how it is you're going to be rescuing Terran. A deal is a deal, and it'd be very difficult to deal with that. But I do know, at least, the form in which he has these people bound to these deals. And with my expert skills, I was thinking of an idea to maybe create the distraction of you to do so. For you to do so. You all don't seem like the type to be able to face medicine openly. Not that saying you're incapable, but it'd be unlikely. But
You'd be surprised.
I've seen your adventures for some time now, and I'm certain you would find things to surprise me. But I think Tim would be more upset if you all died in the cause of returning her.
Are we all frozen in an illusion right now?
No, you're not frozen. Like you just can't. You just can't get past the rubble. Let's see. But you can't physically move. Like that's also the weird part of it, because like moving this stuff, it has a physical weight to it. You can feel it. You can toss it aside. It just seems that Spark was uncaring of this illusion because
So
of
it's
the
a bunch
sheer
of
size.
rocks we can't move, even though they're not real.
No, you can
No, you
move
can
them.
move
You
them.
can move shit out the way.
Literally just said.
We can't move through them, though.
Yes.
Yeah, Sparks just walked right through as if they weren't there, but we were like, okay, follow. Oh no, resistance, but we can move it, but it's still like resistant to us. Like our
It
kids
appears
weren't
to be
there.
physical.
Yeah, it's a physical illusion. Having a stroke. Oh,
Another one?
and you saying toast?
It's just one continuous.
Not burnt, normal toast, okay. But at least where these deals are bound and where Medicine keeps the central parts of his abilities he has over all of us, I could take you there while hopefully taking his attention somewhere other place, someplace other.
So you don't want anything in return for helping us, or just you're doing this out of the kindness of your heart?
Hatred brews in a very strange way.
Oh, so you just
is-
want to fuck him over for the fun, just to feel good about it? I can get behind that sort of vengeance if that's what you.
And I'm sure whatever happens next to me will be a terrible, tortured experience, but I think that's something I'll be able, at least fucking him over, as you said, something I could cherish for quite a while.
I don't think that I'm going to be able to roll high enough, but could I insight check that?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, you beat my. Oh my god, I rolled a natural 20. A 19.
Good, kind of. I guess we can't do that.
Yeah.
With a natural 20, albeit still a 19, what I will say is that you can feel that he keeps it underneath this calm tone, but he has an incredible, just like raging and seething hatred for everything that has happened in this world around him, and also to himself, because he's the reason he's here. And at the end of all that, you can tell he doesn't want to be here. But the cost of potentially asking you guys for something and declining, or rather just getting to see him miserable, that's good enough for him.
Okay. Cool. Alright,
I should
let's
let
go
you-
and fuck
I'm
up.
sorry. Did you say you killed the king of Reveed?
Oh, yeah. As he's gonna drop the illusion. It's like, I should let your friends in. I apologize. He's busy with something.
I'm Jungam.
Oh,
Nice to meet
She's
you.
like that.
she's louder in person.
Yes.
Hello, dear.
Sorry, the king of Reveed?
Old one, yeah.
You assassinated him.
It was trivial.
From what I hear, he wasn't a great guy.
No, I don't know, but not a king of Revedia. I don't know if it was one of yours. Yours in your life. I don't know how old you are.
It isn't in our lifetime. As I said, 90 or so years ago. That's when it happened.
Yes, yeah, probably. Well, that's last I remembered. Probably maybe around 120, 15. If that's the case.
So, again, assuming like that he's like a normal successor, that would have been like what, the grandfather or great grandfather of Arium? Well,
Arium was not a king.
He was not. He deposed the previous guy.
He deposed a king. Yeah, he was a usurper,
Oh.
kind of, but he deposed for like a democratic thing, representative thing.
Yeah.
It was a kingdom. Now it is a democracy.
Or something.
We're still figuring out the details. It's complicated, apparently. Who thought?
It's more diplomatic than it was. Anyway, I'll put my paw out to him. Hand paw, whatever. I don't know what I have. I think I have a hand.
Don't think about it. Don't think about it.
Sorry, cat hand. I put it out to shake his hand and go, well, I love...
Human hands, both feet. And her, you would imagine.
I shake him. I put my hand out to shake his and say, here's to fucking him up together.
Here's to the miserable bastard. And
I don't have any particular qualms with your king slaying. I was just wondering if that was... I was trying to get the timeline straight. It's a bit before my time, as you say.
I'm sure they have a name of it, wherever you are now, like the Age of Strife or the Reign of Tragedy. You should read the history. It's probably somewhere in there. There was a period of about 15, 20 years when everything was just really, really bad.
More recent than you'd think.
Have you seen our history scores?
Well, students, your history scores. What?
Really explains the game of telephone we're playing with the lore.
Does he shake my hand when I play?
Yeah, he did.
Oh,
And he feels like hand like shaped right, but he is just like so cold. Like you have like goosebumps like on your arm once you let go.
Does it feel like he's undead, or does it like? I guess I'm trying to ask. Does it in this place? Does it feel like he's been frozen in a moment where he no longer ages anymore?
Yeah.
And just
This is eternity.
Yeah, I figured. Yes, he's okay. Cool. Stuck between a heartbeat.
I like that phrase. I haven't heard that before.
Just to
That is a good phrase.
check, like Baron or Sparks or Mistra never told us about the afflicted, right? The magically the people with innate different magic.
No.
Okay.
I mean,
It's more of your hidden lore, Liz.
The only thing that we know about people that have, funky magic stuff is the one that I tried to, eat the blood juice of and nearly exploded back in the day.
I don't remember that.
I don't remember that.
But
we can move on.
Yeah.
Wait.
They
Is
were
that the
bleeding
cult thing?
multicolored liquids, and I went, ooh, I'll have some of this, and I got all of my spell slots back, but I had to roll
Oh,
a
yeah,
save,
yeah, I
or I
remember.
was going to explode.
Yeah.
That sounds like something that happened.
Yeah.
Okay, back up the stairs.
Anyways,
take us to Taryn.
So as you guys begin heading back up, he's going to start saying, the idea I have is a rather simple one. And you watch as he rubs his hands together, and almost like this sort of mist that frosts the ground as it travels, sort of begins to leave his hands. And the area encompassing you, which is just a circular elevator beforehand, you now see looks just like this massive throne room, truly like gaudily so. This is where Metasel is most likely expecting you to meet him. He has a flair for the dramatic. He wants to end you in a place that would look the coolest. But at the end of the day, it's just a showpiece. That's not going to have any real inherent ability on unraveling this. True place you need to go as the sort of scene around you begins to twist. What's it called? As it blurs, changing the image. You see this flat chunk of land. A singular cabin up, what's it called? Within this place waiting. And up, around the corner by the edge of a cliffside, up a little bit in the air, is this obelisk, this memorial-like object made of this black rock. The one that is the same also shade, and seeing the same shade material as all those weapons you had seen in that trophy case. This is where the locus of Marasol's power actually lies. This is where he stays, essentially. The cabin you see over there has been the home of many people, and frankly, it's a very strange space. He's able to pull people in and out as they wish, to show them to others. Imagine a cabin that the door opens into as many rooms as he wants, and the door goes to whatever room he wants when he opens it. That's where all those physically bound are kept. Demiplanes, that's the word. But the stone over there is the gift from the Raven Queen. That's what's able to actually bind him to the people, this place, and also how he's able to grant them his power. It's like a conduit of some sorts. That's going to be the true target.
How do we get to that?
Well, there is a minor problem with the fact that it is in the air above us.
Oh, I can fly.
If flight's accessible, then that's probably going to be the easiest way about it. Are you the only one able to fly?
Land, this cabin, it's levitating.
Oh yeah, it's that sort of platform of land. Or no, I'm sorry, it's not levitating. I forgot. Here it's a plateau. It's not levitating. I'm thinking of a wholly different thing from Altier. I'm so sorry. That's the campaign with the floating islands. No, it is a plateau of land, but still getting up it is a problem. So you can technically climb it as well.
It would just suck.
Yeah.
Yes, I can fly. I don't want to. God. Oh, the arms. The legs. The legs are the worst, though. That sounds like we should probably just fly.
I
can't
think we
fly.
have like a griffin thing as well.
It's okay, you can stand on my head, and I'll just.
Can I steer you
Hover
by your
upward.
antlers?
Yeah, it's really fun.
Well, yes, but we're going up.
Like, tilt you up then.
Well, then we'd do a backflip. We'd do a loop, and it would
If
sort
we
of
do a
take me up
backflip,
towards-
that would sound fun.
So from the way that
Why
has
do we
made
get
it
back?
sound, we have to establish that it sounds like Kalis has to fly like he's Superman. He can only go in the direction like his spine is pointing.
Look, I'm a deerman. I'm a deerman. I do what a deer do.
Which
How
is
tall is it?
it's several hundred feet in the air.
Oh, fantastic.
But with two of you able to fly and a bronze griffin, makes it
Ooh,
tasty.
we should just do that. That sounds like a
Yeah.
very good use for this. Thank you for reminding me.
Yes, I did say. So do we just like go back to the corridor and then go straight up, or go outside and then go straight up?
It's best to go to the courtyard of this place. Only problem is actually making what's it called? We have to make sure the Metastar is convinced that they're actually there. Now, the easiest way I can do this is I'll just have illusory versions of your party make their way up there and begin the assailment. And then once those cease with that illusion, hopefully, then that's enough time for you all to have at least done your business before he's interfering too much, or before he can stop you.
Where
Would
are
you like-
we? Where are we going in our illusory forms?
To his throne room.
Fight.
Where's the distraction?
He wants this. He
The
wants
throne
this in his dramatic. He wants his dramatic showdown. He's even changed the shape of this castle to make it so that if it's not for my interference, you'd have only been able to go one direction.
I see.
I like this plan.
Hey, sir, I happen to have a bag of tricks. Would you like me to pull a couple of animals out and, make it feel more realistic so there's some actual things attacking him?
Oh, they'll be physical enough copies. I promise you that.
I know.
But if you
Okay.
want
I just...
a badger or something there, I won't stop you.
Yeah.
But from this point on, you watch as the lift rises to the top of this area, and he dismisses the illusionary space. So this is where we have to change ourselves to make this come true. I'll best make the illusory copies of you here. The small space that we're standing is veiled enough so that he won't immediately be sure. He just knows that you're all still in this room. But once you leave it, he'll have a full awareness of where you are. I have a mild fog around this place, around this spot. So, in here...
Do
I'll
we
make
know?
Oh.
Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
I
I will wait.
In here, we'll make your illusions and send them forth, while the real us will wait just a moment, letting time pass so they can make the time. Then we'll head out through the courtyard and fly on up towards the sky.
Did you say the door of the cabin? It's itself a portal between planes to where Terran and others are imprisoned?
Not necessarily. It's where Terran possibly could be, but it's where usually those who are part of the bargain, or maybe sometimes items. For example, I know that Terran cared deeply for the sister. Terran's sister resided in that cabin this entire time. And
We're going to the obelisk, and we're going to do stuff with that. That's our plan.
You mean
Do we know
Do you
what
know where
to
Terran
do?
is?
that I can't be for certain.
But if he
Yeah,
doesn't
inside
have any
check this
power
gentleman.
and contracts, then he can't do anything. So if we do that first, it's going to be more effective.
So, do you know where others like you are kept here? Others under his thrall?
I think once you see Medisil, you'll understand. The form he wears is not what he truly looks like. Because those who have been a part of him at some points literally are a part of him. He is often described as being formless and quite a hideous creature, but don't tell him I said that. Or do. I forgot. Fuck him. But Terran's physical form could possibly reside within Medicel, in that cabin, or if there's potentially another place, it's not one that I'm fully aware of.
So once we break her pact, we have but slay him and pry her form from his?
You should be able to do so without actually killing him, because, to be frank, it's not a winning fight.
We can't beat him in his normal form, so we're going up to the obelisk to destroy his power. We
Yeah,
had this
I've heard that.
conversation.
Yeah, but
So why are we repeating it?
I don't know.
Because you
what
keep
the-
asking a question.
Yes, Terran's physical form is somewhere either within Maricel or within that cabin. Because you also don't know the terms of Terran's agreement or broken agreement with Maricel, so you're not sure how he considers her, either property or contract or bearer or both. But he is going to begin casting this spell. Feel free to, Sparks, go ahead and make me an Arcana check.
Okay.
Me,
Also, yeah.
as a
You are
sorcerer.
also sorcerer.
Oh, yeah. I forgot, yeah. Dude.
You see? Rolling terrible.
Sparks, you sense immediately that the spell before you is strange. Simply in its magnitude. Because this guy, he doesn't give off, like, you guys say, he doesn't give off, like, a huge amount of, like, magical presence or, like, aura, like a Dragon Ball character, if you like, look at it that way. However, like, the attitude, like, magnitude within him to the amplification, the amplitude of it, as it's being cast, is a day and night disparity. And this, I'll say, Zentova, you would be able to tell this, Sparks, you're a bit on the edge of it. This feels like somewhere where this is not a 10th level spell, but this is like edging over what 9th is supposed to be.
My
Bit more
goodness.
powerful than we're normal. Yeah. I
No.
gotcha.
He's Loki's anyways.
You're
And
very strong.
you guys are stationed on opposite sides, and it's gonna be a very, very weird thing. Now, there will be no directly harmful effect here, but can I have everyone just make me a wisdom save real quick?
I don't think I can pass this. I'm gonna be honest.
It's not against the DC. It's not against his
I know.
spells.
I'm just letting you know I have a -1, so.
Hey, you get the same as me.
Yeah, but I rolled a 15. There's a difference.
Alright,
Oh,
you
well,
can't-
I rolled a 13.
I Barbar biffed it.
Ethan's not at his computer, but like I feel like, is it wrong for me to believe in him to pass? What's his wisdom save bonus? Let me even check.
It
It's
should
pretty
be
good.
pretty
Like,
good.
I don't like
I'm pretty sure it's +8 at least.
plus 11. He's, you know
Exactly.
what? Nah,
I'll roll it anyway.
yeah, no. Everyone passes this, but Kalis. As you have like a very like weird sensation as your brain like breaks for a minute, as you're looking exactly at yourself, but you see yourself looking exactly at yourself. But you see yourself looking exactly at yourself. But
Oh, so
see
you look in the
yourself
mirror.
looking-
Yeah.
No,
It's when
'cause
you look in a mirror and you see
these
reflections that just go
things
infinite. Yeah.
are absolute like copies of you. You can see what they're seeing. They move exactly as. See, here's the thing. Both and Tovas do that. But it's almost like you find yourselves in two like independent brains linked by the same thought. Like if you decide for only one of them to move, only one of them can move. And these are like
I
almost
know.
fully conscious clones of yourselves.
I know I passed the save, but I feel like I should have got advantage on this. I've kind of done this already.
You know what? Yeah, that's actually, you know what?
It's like, oh, this.
That's very true. That's very true. That's on me. I forgot about that.
I've done this before.
When I thought my really
Hey,
cool
I've-
idea was just a fucking rerun, bro.
If we touch each other, do we explode, or is that just like me?
No, it's what? Why would that? What are you talking about?
Okay, I've just kind of done this before, but like, you know, there was a small explosion thing that could have happened. Don't worry about it.
That aside,
This is really cool.
the things you're looking at is he's gonna like wave his hands. These, you all are the real versions of yourself. If we want an illusion capable of convincing Maruso, we need one. That's what these are. Illusions. You will see as they see, you will share one mind in seeing, feeling, thinking, but you will be able to be independent. That way you can effectively split you off from each other.
These are the real versions of us.
These are the real versions.
This is the real version. I am the clone. Wait.
I imagined. Okay. Yeah. I imagine I'm hugging her clone. It's like, hello, Jugum. Hello, Jugum.
Is there a clone Brynhild too?
Yes, your magical items are exactly copied. The little features, there's like a little version of each and every one of little rodent, martin, like whatever that constantly is like covering you. Like,
Will there be another Krishka?
if you do,
Grushka.
if you did the dog, then yes.
Grunka. Okay, yeah.
Oh
Grunka.
shit! That means you're saying there's now 24 skeletons in a row.
I like Scritch. I like Scritch Brynhild up in my antlers, and I like stroke her little tail, and then I reach over to like other me, and other me reaches back, and I pet the illusory Brynhild, and illusory me pets the real Brynhild. Just like,
We're gonna be doing opposite hands.
this is fine. It's going to be okay. I know who I am. Yeah, and the kills goes, I know who I am at the same time. Like, oh.
Alrighty. So, let me just do this real quick. So these will effectively be exact doubles of your character. How this is effectively going to play out, you guys are consciously controlling these illusions. They will do as you would do, meaning that you all will be fighting Maricel in the throne room, but you will also be making your way over to what's it called? Over to
the cabin.
The cabin as well. So you'll effectively be in two places at once.
That's pretty cool.
Now, when it comes to these things, while they don't share that same like what's the word? Like life. They don't literally die when they die. He's not capable of imbuing them with true deaths. So if one of these things does fall to zero, the illusion will break. So keep that as a note as well. Or I'm sorry, not fall to zero. If one of these things dies, then the illusion will break.
I have a question. Sorry, just a weird one that because of the way you describe things. So does that mean that we're going to do a session where we play our clones fighting Marisil and then swap back later on? Okay, I figured.
That's cool.
Yeah, so if any of these clones die following to what's it called? Yada yada yada. What am I saying? Falling to 0 HP through death saves, that shit, the whole illusions will dispel. And along with that, while these do not do anything like transfer physical injuries, that would suck. But because they are so strongly linked to you, 1/4 of any damage this clone takes will be transferred onto your character, onto the real you, through psychic damage.
Yes, well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But everything else, spell slots are independent, abilities, magical stuff, that's all independent of the two characters with each other.
I guess we don't have time to do a rest. No.
Nah.
Okay, that's
Terrifying.
fine. Yeah. I'm okay on spells, mostly. It's fine.
Alrighty.
I mean, they would all reset for the clone anyways, and hopefully us, like Prime, won't be doing any spells.
It is copying you now.
So the
So
spells
we
are
don't-
expended. Okay.
So I have a question in that regard as well. Are you going to copy our character sheets so we play them through the thing, and then
I'm
we
doing
have
it
the
right
spell
now.
slots that we have now? Okay, cool. Hey, you could just edit the Sparks too.
Yeah, I was looking at that. I was like,
But
Yeah, it's
wouldn't
already
that
there.
mess up Sparks 2 then? Because Sparks 2 is still...
No, Sparks do. No, it's not. We join back together.
Oh,
It's
oh,
like-
that's... Oh,
Yeah,
right.
they did the fusion dance.
Did you overcome your fear of water or something?
Me? No.
No, what?
I heard you say something like, "Ooh, I wanted to go for a swim earlier in the session." I was like,
No.
doesn't sound right.
What I
That
said
doesn't sound like
was
the Sparks I know.
in regards of the pictures when we were passing them, I had said that these don't look too bad. Only the one with the water looks awful.
Oh, I thought you were saying that in response to the water one. Okay, I get that.
I thought that you would say that one doesn't look too bad because it's just water. But I was like, Zentoma wouldn't know about that, so I'm not going to comment on it. So
No. Quite the opposite.
It's like there was an imposter among us.
It's me.
It's not me.
But if you're a doppelganger and he creates an illusion of a doppelganger, then you'll have a doppelganger of a doppelganger of a doppelganger.
Oh, thank God you didn't bring this on. This would freak him the fuck out.
Oh, wow. He's a real boy now. He's not a simulacrum anymore. He's a real boy.
That's trauma.
We made him real, yeah.
We did. We did a good thing.
I still think it's very funny that machine had the potential to only bring him back to a real boy for like 2 weeks. Depending, because not all that stuff lasted as like a real stuff.
Yeah, I bought a shit ton of diamonds that fell apart.
Wait,
after I sold them for money.
Is he
No, he's fine.
Boy?
No, he's a real boy, but the thing that made him into a real boy had the potential to make him a real boy for like only 2 weeks.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm
What
glad that.
20 or something that did crazy.
I think it was like a D100 roll or some shit like that. Alrighty. I believe you guys make sure you have ownership of these. Yeah. So you guys should be able to see your clones in the journal tab.
Oh my god, Sparks 2 and Sparks clone, there's 3 of me!
Oh, I love it.
And these will effectively be your character sheets for the moment. Now, with all that fun stuff, as the fake party begins trudging their way up towards Maricel's throne room. We find ourselves in this room still surrounded by mist on the edges of the corners, climbing up the walls and onto the roof itself, where you can't really see quite overhead. There's this large dining hall, this sort of massive table set out, and at the head of this we see Marisol in his human form. A sort of eternally bored look on his face, hand against it as his one elbow's on the table looking forward. And on the opposite side of that table, we see Taryn waiting. And Marisol will look towards you, Taryn, at the sort of massive layout table. Oh, don't have the stomach to eat anything? Been trying to be nice since you've been here.
Just looks away, doesn't respond at all.
Oh, child, you're just going to give me the silent treatment? You have nothing to say for yourself? Let me guess, you thought this would be hellish, endless torture. But no, I'm simply doing a wonderful thing for you. Nothing to regret here.
Who's to say this isn't torture?
Oh, well. I was actually thinking of something that would be quite pleasant. It's occurred to me so many times that of all the things that you care about, the one thing that you always put the lowest is yourself. So I can't do anything to you that will matter. Not in any real way. You'll find a way to hate me anymore, or hate yourself a little bit, and I'm tired of it. But what can really torture you? Well, and in the sort of swirling mist, you see beginning to rise up, forms taking shape against this wall. You see people running, and they are very familiar shapes. You see this tall, antlered head. You see this massive woman in plate armor with an army of the undead that follow her. A small little cat who looks like he is willing to commit incredible crimes. And also some
Hey.
strange woman you have never seen.
And
They can't be
and
here.
a giant elf, a weasel, and a boar.
And do we still have the bear?
Oh, Sid's there. Sid's like, whenever you guys start running, Sid just climbs on cables. He doesn't do all that shit. That's like he can't keep up. It's he literally just he's not capable. He's trying so hard.
Bear backpack.
But we're seeing this happen right now, and they're doing this for you, because they all care about you more than you do.
They're not really here, are they? You're just showing me this.
Taryn, you've known me to do so many things. At the end of the day, do you think I lie to you nearly as much as you do?
I'm not going to answer that.
Enjoy your meal. You'll have the best seats in the house once everything happens. There isn't a moment that I want you to be able to miss. And he is going to smile, walk his way up on out of the room. And with that, we find you guys making your way up the stairs. The clone. We find Party C. Party B. We'll just do Party B. That's easier. Making their way up the stairs to this cave. Stairs to this area. You see yourselves coming back towards the intersection area. And almost as if prodding you, you occasionally hear what sounds like the slamming of doors coming from behind you, even though you know that those were just stone walls earlier. As you make your way towards the intersection, you push on towards the only other path, the one you assume that Marcel originally intended for you, and begin heading on upwards. This one spiraling in this much tighter curve, this larger area, and let me make sure my map is loaded, because earlier...
Did you say that they were sitting at a table in the cabin? Or just in a room?
You guys were just like in a room. It looked to see,
Okay.
seemed to be like more like regal.
A throne room, if you were.
Yeah, bugging the fuck out. I'm sorry, my brain is just absolutely... What's going on?
It's no different than normal, let's be fair.
No, it has been especially bad lately. Because normally it only happens when I'm doing like D&D stuff, because I'm thinking about a lot of things. But it just happened. It's been happening just like when I'm breathing now.
Oof.
So are we like simulacrums?
Effectively,
Kinda
yeah.
like that?
I just realized something. I have a slight problem.
What?
We just took a short rest, and I'm less than half hit points.
Uh-oh. You need a potion?
Could we have said that, like, we gave her a potion before
Sure.
the thing started? Because, to be honest, I would have liked to have taken one as well. I was down 40 hit points.
Sure. Well,
I got
you can take your potion. You can do whatever. Whatever. Bullshit.
But I can't take a short rest.
No, you can't take a short rest. No. Why do you ask me?
Oh, that works.
Do you need a potion? Either of you? Any of you?
Oh, that's why this map is...
I think I could use just a normal healing potion. Just
I
like
have a
one.
normal
I
healing
bought
potion.
lots.
Cool.
I don't, but I can cast heal spells.
I have
That's okay.
a couple
I
of
can just potion up.
I have a couple of superior healings if you want them, Ethan.
guess.
Oh,
They don't
like
roll
that.
properly. You have to roll them.
But could you roll for me?
Okay, yeah. How many do you want?
2.
Slash R, right? Oh my god, I hit the wrong stupid
Considering that, like all of our gear got what's it called? Got duplicated. Clone Sparks is going to hand a potion of invulnerability to everyone. If we're gonna do this fight, we're gonna do it. You know.
1 second.
Wait a minute.
'Cause
That's that's an insanely good exploit.
I have 4 potions of invulnerability. I literally have 4, so this is
Thank
great.
you.
I
You
actually have
have the
one.
item duping glitch in this campaign. That's amazing.
I have one too, actually. So I'll take
Okay.
one.
Well, I mean, if you have one, then
well,
there's
I
no
guess,
point in me
yeah.
giving you 2.
If you know, I will say put down what the fake version of something is. If you have another, don't mark it as the second one. Make sure you mark it as a fake version because it will disappear if the clones die.
I mean, no. As they're walking up, Sparks is going to hand them out. Like, Clone Sparks is going to hand them out to the other clones as they're walking the staircase.
Okay.
As it, you know, we're going to prep it.
You
Oh my
guys
god,
have
I've got
time.
2 wands of wonder now, guys.
So you're not transferring things between the illusory party and the physical
No.
party.
This is
actually,
the illusory one giving to the illusory guys.
I'm in D&D right now.
Normal Sparks is not giving you potions of invulnerability unless you ask.
But just as a preface, a new rule: if an item, if a character touches a clone's item, or if a clone item touches a character, both explode.
I'm used to that.
That's annoying.
Experience with that. Yeah.
This is normal.
Fucking Gary Gaga. All right, guys. New rule. No shenanigans.
I love
Fucking around, guys.
I've been having so much fun reading the Dragon magazines, just looking at the old sage advice. Because D&D players have literally always been the same people. They've always been the same people, bro. Oh my god, Liz, I'll tell you after the session, but I got a lot of cool shit that I got from my mom's house. So you guys come up, and the hallway begins to expand into this large area with these massive doors made of this almost like looking like obsidian that cover this area, bound in the frames of which themselves that are metal along the sides of it. And it sort of just lays there waiting.
I push open
these
the
are
door
like the doors to
triumphantly.
These are the doors to the throne room. Hold on a sec.
Yes. Oh yeah, they look very throne room door.
I clone Kalis. Which of us is Zentova like diminutive? Is little?
She's like 5'1".
Oh,
That was very defensive.
so basically a hobbit. So basically,
No.
I mean, compared to Kalis, yes, but that's, you know, just Kalis.
Is she taller
I
than
was just
Sparks?
thinking.
Yeah.
Would anyone like to have a mount for this situation?
Nope.
Oh,
Okay.
Wait, yes, one can.
Sure, big lady, big woman about town. I summon the bronze griffin. I use the figurine and conjure its real form, if the illusory one works.
It does.
Okay. And then there's that. We can
All right.
charge in astride our mount.
So everyone's on foot.
Watch your head.
Juggun's on a griffin. Gotcha.
Door frame.
Yeah.
Can I? Well, I mean, I'd like to be on the Griffin too. I can't fly or move that fast.
What? I mean, we're not planning to really fly. We're just attacking him.
guess.
Are you planning to get close?
No.
The
Exactly.
griffin can
stay
bear
back
you
here with me.
aloft, though. It's an open offer. Maybe you'll have to play.
Alrighty.
We'll see. Maybe. Maybe.
Maybe you'll have to play stone parchment shears for it.
Oh,
But
I was like,
either
what?
way.
That's a weird song.
Boulder Parchment Shears, yeah. When we enter, whenever we get around to that, Sparks will, walk in and go, Taryn, we're here to save you, even if she's not in there. Like, every room that we enter. Ha!
Alright, oh, that's so. Oh my god. You don't even know. Like, give me just one moment.
Does Sparks do that?
Yeah, Sparks does that every
Oh.
single room that we go into. He shouts it, and then there's no one. Like we go down the corridor, it's like okay.
Yeah, there's like a little reception room and then the main room. Yeah. Goon was my what's it called? Foundry's bugging out a little bit. I don't have the thing that I want to have. My brain hurts so bad.
Have you considered
Water?
not?
Water?
Oh no.
Yes, consume liquids.
I did.
More.
More.
More. Clone it. Come on.
Okay. I don't know why it doesn't have Marisol's token right here, because it's supposed to be right here. And that bothers me quite some.
Quite some.
It bothers me a lot.
The it's like, Irina, we're here to save you, and it's like the front gates of Castle Ravenloft is like, you got some climbing to do, buddy.
When they enter the room, will they be able to see Taryn?
No.
Or I guess you'll let us know. Okay.
Yeah, I was just trying to...
So I have another, question is, can she hear me? Like, is she watching on a screen as Sparks walks into every single time and goes...
Yeah, so, what I was actually going to say, the part where I went, is, because Taryn, you watch as the dining hall that Marisol had left you in turns to mist. The table, everything on it, the chairs. You quickly find yourself making sure you don't fall to your feet. You don't want to, you're not going to look like a fucking idiot in front of this
So
guy.
much for eating whatever food he left. Check.
And you are in this area of just quiet, sort of low mist that you can feel sort of like almost like frost beginning to form like the edges of your boots where your gathers around your feet. And this huge open space opens up within it, starting off as this huge black void. And then you see almost perfectly, sort of being able to fully like encapsulate, almost like looking into like a crystal ball. You see the form of a small cat man, pushing through a door, yelling, "Taryn, we're here to save you."
Sparks. Damn it.
And for those of you below, let me see if I'm going to copy paste your guys' tokens. We'll adjust them all and everything in a second. Just, oh my god, why did it do that? What the hell? It like put everyone in like a weird grid, and then it put them all over the map. Now I gotta look like an asshole because I gotta drag everything. I look like I just spread everyone all over the fucking place. Like I don't give a fuck. This thing's making me look bad. How's Kalos all the way up there? What?
He's fast boy.
Oh, it's because you're bad at DMing.
Hey, 1 second. I'm fuck you. What's your
One
max
hit point.
HP? What's your max HP?
210. Go ahead.
What?
Go ahead. Have at it.
Hey,
210.
we'll see you below 100.
Shit.
Did I stutter? Actually, it's not usually. It's not 200 usually. We got the Feast of Heroism.
Alrighty, and you guys should be able to see. Yeah, don't worry about where all your tokens are. We're gonna adjust those in a second.
I've
But
seen this map
imagine,
before.
imagine, Taryn, we're here to save you if you were riding a griffin.
And I'll put that on there for Jugun.
That does not look like a griffin.
Well,
Sure it
it's a parrot version. It's just they changed the default token, man.
It's
not
like
a
it's
fucking
like the
eagle. I don't know.
Evermore. It's the Evermore Griffin.
Little weird ass bird dude. What do you want me to say? It's a default token now.
It's from the Emerald Lane.
It's let's just call him Harvey.
Harvey Birdman.
Hey, Elijah. Can I get a giant elk, please?
Elk. Wait.
I forgot about all the pre-combat bullshit I have to do, and all the little fucking things you tag and carry along. All of you.
Next time,
I had the wrong
on
about a
Tales of
skeleton.
Revedia,
Is it an elk
something
or a giant elk? I
happens.
thought it was an elk.
Yeah, it's a giant elk.
A giant elk.
Grey bag of tricks. Roll an 8.
Is this two?
Hmm.
Damn, you get a giant elk, you get a CR2. Damn, okay.
Yeah, get wrecked. Oh.
And what's the last thing?
I also got a weasel and a boar, so those two are going to be useless, but I have a giant elk.
Boar might not be useless.
He said a weasel and a boar. I want those on the map as well. Let's go.
Hey, shut the fuck up. Alright, there's your giant elk.
Yeah!
Look at his antlers going outside. The token
He's
is
got
fancy.
He's got bigger antlers than Kalis.
Ooh.
Just
And
I mean, objectively, that's true.
your
'cause
fucking
he is
weasel.
A giant elk. That's not a giant elk. That's a
Yeah.
huge elk.
weasel. Can I have access to the weasel token?
Can I have
That's
access
the
to
one you want?
weasel?
I mean, I'd like the giant elk too, but I specifically moved Sparks and it didn't come with me, so.
You're the owner of the weasel.
Thank you. Weasel! The weasel's gonna get the final blow. I want you to know that. It's gonna win.
Doesn't it do like a
Gonna have to
D4
fight.
-1 or something like that?
Gonna have to fight
Yeah, it does.
Brynhild for that.
No, it just does a flat 1 piercing damage.
Yay!
No,
I'm gonna
no
keep
die
with him
involved.
until we get him down to 1.
I didn't realize giant elks were huge.
Yes.
Yeah, regular elks are already large creatures. So, gonna have a giant one. Guess it's huge.
I guess that. Yeah, I guess that tracks.
Okay.
Where's this motherfucker? What does he look like?
So that is not
Big skeleton.
that is
face.
not his actual token. That's something I'm using for now. I don't my fucking things all fucking.
Can you put it in Discord so we can see what he looked like?
No, I had it. It's in all my folders. You bastard.
Imagine wanting to see the thing that we're fighting. How could we?
This is a very relatable thing for DMs. It's like,
I know.
my folders. Oh, where'd it go? Where is it? Not my perfect
Or-
slide, boy.
Or
My
what's the
swan
name of this
unit.
NPC? That's what we
Not
get.
my gelatinous rhombus. They had the perfect art for him.
Yeah, no, that happens a lot.
No,
to me.
it's
I don't like those
gone.
things. Scrolling.
Scrolling.
Keep them
Not to
scrolling,
preempt you,
scrolling,
but-
rawhide.
Yes, great. Perfect.
I'll use a
I'm
way.
sorry if this is
Go ahead.
preempting, but are we doing combat this session, or is that going to be like a?
We're gonna stop here, and then we'll kick off combat at the start of it.
I think we maybe get through
next
one
month,
round.
I see. No. Let's
Yeah,
wait
I
until
was
next
just
month.
wondering.
But yeah, I'll find the image in a moment. I will get it for you before we.
Nah, we're playing next week. I'm calling it. We're gonna figure it out, guys.
Uh-huh.
Let me check. Oh yeah. But as you guys make your way into the room, and to describe what Marisol looks like to you, because we can do that. I don't need a fucking picture. I'll just do that. You see that he is sitting upon this throne. The armor that he's wearing, though, looks strange. because contrasting with the massive, what's it called? Like very like dark and like gold obsidian motifs you've seen, it has this very like pearly look to it. It is this white, almost shining armor, and as you all make your way in, it's like, it's taking you long enough. Terran was going to get hungry, waiting to watch you die. And he comes to his feet, and you see that his physical form. Wait, no, none of you, because you guys had seen Terran, you had seen Father Fruzalub. Because none of you guys have actually seen Marisol at this point, have you? None of them have.
Nope, not except for Terran, obviously.
Yeah.
Actually, the message that I sent you earlier comes into play in a moment, I guess. Do I see his true form if I get close enough?
Ooh.
Or is it just... Do I just get close to him and go, "Whoa!"
I will say, yeah. You're not close enough to find. I can already, yeah. Because it's 60 feet, right?
But... Yeah.
I will say he maybe looks a little fuzzy to you.
Okay.
But he has this sort of shining white porcelain armor sort of coming down in plates. And as he stands, he's also large. He is humanoid in shape, yes, but height-wise, it's around 8.5. Like he's around 8.5, 9 feet tall. And Taryn, you had never seen him in anything but his like regular person form, because that's how he interacts. That's when he's trying to persuade. This you can see is a face that he wears when he intends to dominate. And as he reaches behind him, you watch as his hand grips on the top of that throne. Like liquid metal, it rises up his arm and quickly forms, not a blade, but you see this long, long handle, and then the head of it is this huge axe that almost comes down to the length of where his hand is. Looks like a monster fucking weapon. Looks like a monster under weapon shot. Like whenever they do a hammer to an axe, except thinned out, stretched. You watch as the other hand pulls the helm down to cover his face, which was more the shadowy form, and you can see the sort of tears that fall inlaid into the armor as part of its design. It seems that he does not have any intention of mixing words or bantering. You watch the axe raise in the direction of you all as legions begin to form from the fog and mists around you. And that is where we're going to pick up on this next session.
Legions.
That's okay. I'm excited.
Yeah.
You and me, everyone.
Oh.
No, I'll call it next week.
If he calls it, that means it's true.
So does he have like a great axe, or is it like a fist weapon that's joined to his arm?
So it's like
pole arm?
It is a great axe, essentially. It's still long handle, but the top of the head and the bottom part of its blade stretch down very far. It almost looks like what is another thing it looks like? You know, like in Bloodborne, they have like that folded up like hacksaw thing.
Right. Yeah.
Kind of like that, how it has a long blade that comes along down with the handle.
Am I the only one who got the Bloodborne reference? That's crazy. I haven't even played that game, babe.
I haven't played it either.
That's crazy.
I don't play those games.
It's like a very iconic.
I don't know her.
It's a very iconic weapon, like just saying.
No, yeah, I remember. It's like a big fucking switchblade razor knife thing, right?
Yeah, I put it in the chat. But yeah, that's where we'll be picking things off, and then we'll have some fun around next time. Let me tell you.
Hype.
Yeah,
All
this
right.
dude looks sick.
And I'm into the stream.
The dev.
Closing that out.